Hey everyone, welcome to Waxing Pixels, a podcast hosted on Battle Geek Plus, which is a YouTube channel about video games. There's a cat. His name's Clunk. He's not part of this podcast.
Because he's an ass.
No, you're an ass. I'm
Nope.
just gonna go put him in the bedroom.
I know when to be quiet.
Anyway, my name's Josh, and with me as always, I have Heather eating cookies,
Yum.
Ryan, who's already ate cookies,
Yummy.
and Frank, who's also already ate cookies.
Satisfying.
Heather waited to decide jab.
Were those words?
Heather decided to wait till we started recording to eat her cookies. But that's okay.
Well, that's because I'm not pigs like you guys.
Barbarian.
Let's skip how we're doing, because nobody ever knows how to do that, and just go straight to what we're playing. How about we start with Ryan? What are you playing?
Let's see. Well, actually, I just restarted Dragon Ball Fusions, and I just recruited Piccolo in my party, and I did a fusion with him. So now I'm like, a half Saiyan, half Namekian hybrid thingamabobber.
Is that legal in other states or just California?
Just California.
Oh, okay.
And so then after that, over the weekend, I finally played Mother Russia Bleeds, even though I've had the game since like last December, and it is a fucking awesome game. I remember seeing it on Splattercat Gaming, so I actually bought it at the PlayStation Experience, and then I ended up getting like a free version, which I gave to you guys. So I didn't really have to buy
I haven't done anything with
Yeah.
it. Josh is looking. Josh obviously had no fucking clue. You must not have been in the room while you and I discussed that one time.
Yeah.
So now he's like, his eyes are huge. He's very upset with me right now.
Like, what the fuck? That was that really cool beat 'em up, right?
Yeah.
How did I not... Why nobody told me about...
I'm pretty sure I mentioned it in passing.
What?
Probably.
Probably not.
That
You were probably all
probably did.
You were probably all like, alright, so first what we need to do is we need to go take a look at the budget, then we need to go do something really boring at the, oh, by the way, Ryan gave us a free game, grocery store, and like, is probably what happened, and like, I was just kind of like, I'll tune out till she says pizza. And...
Which almost never happens.
Exactly.
Okay, so now you know. We have a free copy of that. I'm sure after we finish recording, you can look into that.
Yeah, if we have the thing for it, wherever that is.
Oh,
I don't know.
But wasn't it like a digital code?
I gave you a digital code, but now I don't have the program with it anymore because it updated. Well, it was like the PlayStation Experience app, but then it just updated to just regular PlayStation app.
Well, I know we wouldn't throw anything like that away.
I mean, it's just one of those codes you put in at the PlayStation Store, right?
Yeah.
Okay, then it's not a big deal.
Well, I remember texting it to you.
Oh, huh.
So you might have to really go all the way back in December.
Okay, yeah. I mean, we don't text each other that much. So,
Yeah.
I mean,
Hopefully
like once a
you'll
week.
find it.
Okay, now did you text it to me or did you text it to Josh?
I think to Josh.
Okay. Well, you and I don't text each other very often either, so
Yeah.
Huh. I'll have to take a look into it.
we'll check.
Okay. Well, I was hoping you.
Hopefully you won't be mad at me.
Well,
for
I was
something
hoping
like-
you. I was hoping you redeemed it like back in December when I gave it to you.
I mean, I don't know. Stop it. System updates.
Okay.
Go away.
But anyway.
But anyways, also, I actually got the Disney Afternoon Collection, which is awesome. I streamed it on Twitch last night. I beat DuckTales within like half an hour.
Woo!
It's every bit, it's every bit the way I remembered it. And, I've been playing Zelda again, but only when I'm just lying in bed and watching YouTube videos, and I'm just exploring Hyrule. I actually sold off a lot of my, expensive food I made for the final battle, but now that I don't have to beat the game anymore since I've already beaten it twice, I sold all that so I can buy a whole bunch of armor that I didn't have. So yeah, I'm just exploring Hyrule on my spare time. I don't know what I'm going to do with Zelda until I get the DLC, and I don't know, there's this one game I keep forgetting we have. Something about Verizon.
Verizon Wireless, yes.
Yeah, Verizon Wireless.
The game.
Verizon Zero Bars.
Yeah, Verizon Zero. Yeah. Hopefully I'll get back to that game, hopefully soon. But next week I'm getting Mario Kart 8 Deluxe for the Switch. So
I'm looking through our text right now, and I just saw the one the other day where you responded to me being all like, Jossum.
yeah.
And I was like,
Yeah, I remember
yes!
that, yeah.
I didn't see the code in my texts.
Well, it might be just in your individual one rather than...
Well, I looked in the individual one.
Okay,
I can't find it.
Somewhere. Maybe it's with
Ah!
Heather.
Maybe. I'm looking.
Yeah, but it has to be in December.
Yeah, I looked at December, and it's all like, nope, we talked about other dumb stuff.
No.
So, Frank,
Yes.
what have you been playing?
I've been playing a game called Freedom Planet.
Freedom Planet?
Freedom Planet, yep.
Okay, is it like one of your space games, kind of like EVE Online?
Nope.
Is it like about the 4th of July and running around in American flag spandex?
No. It's like Sonic, but not Sonic. It's what a Sonic game should be.
Oh, I think I've seen you playing this with like the chick and
The
she
purple
runs.
chick, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Yep. I play that and it saddens me because I want to take the game, go to Sega,
Found it.
slap it in front of it.
Yay!
I have the code.
Also, yay to Frank's thing.
Well, hopefully it works.
Probably should be still.
Maybe.
But anyway, so you want to take that to Sega?
Yeah, Sega, drop it right in front of them, look them dead in the eye, and say, "Fix your shit.
Get your shit together,
Get
Sega.
your shit together."
Get your shit together. Put it in a backpack. I don't care.
Take it to the shit store.
Put it in the ship museum. I don't care. Just get your shit together. Get your shit together.
I mean, I know I've seen you playing it a couple of times.
I think I'm on the last level.
It doesn't seem like it's nearly as frustrating as the last Sonic game you were playing.
No, Sonic Lost Worlds. No. No. No.
I remember you were playing that and like you got mad and you spiked your controller being all like, "This has nothing to do with dinosaurs."
I got that. I got that.
I got that
No
one.
good.
I understood that reference.
No, Sonic Lost World, I got to, I think, the jungle, and in the jungle area or whatever, it's like, I can't do this. I can't do this anymore. I just can't.
Just fuck everything
No.
about it.
I can talk more in depth about Sonic Lost Worlds, but I don't think we'll have time for that.
Bummer. We finally get him to like really sink his teeth into something, and it's not a topic today.
You'll have to do like an episode of like bogus video game memories or something like
Bogus
that.
game
Oh
numbers.
yeah, that would be good.
Like, I don't even think we have that show. You'll have to make that show and just be like, "Frank, tell me about Sonic Lost World."
It sucks.
In detail.
Well, you weren't here. You were getting drinks at the gas station, but I went on for like
You did.
2 minutes comparing Sonic Lost World to like a disappointing bet at a racehorse track.
Yeah, it was hilarious.
Yeah.
Wow. That would have been a good one to hear. So, Heather, what are you playing?
I'm still playing Zelda. I still haven't beaten it. I still only have 2 Divine Beasts.
Have you played a little green man killing people?
No, I haven't. Fuck off, Frank.
Had that
God
for 2
damn it.
years.
Shut up. You know I'm bad at this.
But yet you keep going playing Zelda.
Well, it haunts me in my sleep. And by haunts, I mean it's awesome. But, yeah, okay, here's another thing, is that I probably would have already beaten the game, but I've hit that point of where my completionist needs have started hating me. So, like, I'm all like, I need all the clothing. I need all of
The things.
all the side quests, all the shrine quests. Like, I need all of that.
Do you need all of the little Korok seeds?
No, I don't.
I think you do.
I don't
I
know.
think deep down you
I really hope that I don't end up.
Need all 900 of them.
I don't think I'm gonna get that in depth. I think I
Oh, I
have
think you
almost
will.
I think I have like almost 200 right now.
Holy crap! That's
I think right now-
I think I'm not 100%. Maybe it's like 170, 85 ish.
Even though we all, except you, have beaten the game, I think like 2 years later, you're still going to be playing it, and you're going to rack up like 255 hours. Why 255 hours? That's just a random ass number I came up with in my head. All right?
Because hex code.
That too.
But yeah, so I also want to, like, you know, buy this outfit and that outfit, but because I've run into really good situations where I've managed to find things like the diamond circlet, I didn't have to buy that motherfucker. I found it. So now I'm all like, oh, I don't want to buy this stuff yet. What if I find it somewhere? What if I finish a quest and da-na-na-na, you know? And so, I mean,
Ocarina of Time.
I did find, yeah, shut up. I did find, my brain just completely
The
shut down.
circlet.
Okay, backing up. So I did buy, like 2 outfits, like the other day. I said, fuck it, and just bought them. And then I went to get them dyed different colors, because why the hell not? So, like, I've just been running around, like, my missions right now are just like, all the little things. I'm all like, yeah, I could go to Death Mountain and do that. Or I could go help this little girl find her doll or some shit like that. So I don't know, like...
Last week, I finally got around to doing the weapons connoisseur thing.
I'm still looking for that one bow.
The duplex bow?
Yeah.
Oh, duplex bows find me.
Really? I've never found one. But then again, I haven't completely gone through, like, the Gerudo Desert. I haven't gone through Hyrule Castle yet. And I haven't done anything with Death Mountain.
Well, once you do some Gerudo stuff that's essential to the story.
Oh, okay.
Then duplex bows pretty much just find you.
Oh yeah, I have a whole bunch of duplex bows.
Oh, okay.
Right? Like,
well, see, I thought about, going and hunting down the people who stole the Thunder Helm, but I just, I know. I just haven't done it yet. I've just been running around doing other things.
Don't go do that.
Eventually, I will. It is part of the plan.
Right. I've been doing random side quests and stuff lately. Right now, I've been trying to find the White Horse. I know where the White Horse is. I thought you find the White Horse, but every time I go over there, it's all like, here's a spotted blue and brown one. And I'm just like, yeah. And so...
Well, I just found the stable that's right next to Hyrule Castle, and it's like, apparently you're supposed to go there, like, it's one of the first stables that they expect you to find, and just like the dialogue is all like, yeah, I already know all that stuff.
Right by Hyrule Castle?
It's fairly close to Hyrule Castle.
I was gonna say, it's like, that should not be a place where the first stable should go.
No, what I'm saying is that it's the stable that's closest to Hyrule Castle. And just from the dialogue that I've gotten, it seems like it's a stable that they kind of expected you to find early on. Just through, progression, natural progression. Whereas I just kind of did this weird alcoholic beeline to nowhere.
To beer?
No.
I mean, we already know in the game that Link's not old enough to drink. Well, you don't.
I know.
But he's over 100 years old.
He's 117. He's not legal to drink in the hundreds either.
He's the Avatar.
Anyway, what are you doing?
Well, I was trying to come up with some sort of bender pun. Like airbender, but like something like related to, like, I don't know, the last bomb bender or something like that.
Bomb bender?
I to go with Frank's thing, but the moment passed.
The sword wielder. The last sword wielder.
That works.
Better than bomb builder.
I don't know. I like the bomb wielder better.
Bomb bender. Bomb bender. Bomb bender. Master bender.
Anyway.
So I've been playing Zelda. I've been thinking about going on the Nintendo eShop and like looking at something else to get, but like then I'm just kind of like, oh, but I want to eat. So
yeah, eating's important.
So I haven't really gotten anything. But hey, maybe I'll start playing Mother Russia Bleeds tonight or tomorrow or something.
Oh, Mother Russia!
That would be cool. But yeah, I've just been doing side quests in Zelda in the meantime because yay, side quests. I didn't really do as many of them as, like, I opened up a lot of them while I was playing the game, but now I've gotten to the point where it's like, I need something to do. Oh, wait, there's all these side quests that I never, ever did.
Yeah, I have a whole bunch, too.
I've completed most of the side quests that I've unlocked.
I think I'm somewhere in, like, 30 or 40 done out of, like, 70-something. Not the shrine quests, but the...
There's 70-something side quests?
That I have on my list of that says on the thing. It says like something like you.
I haven't looked at the number. I wonder how many side quests. I have a lot.
So I don't know if that's how many I found or if that's how many there are total. You know.
See, that's another thing is I want to find out like total for like side quests and shrine quests because I need those numbers.
Well, yeah, and there's also that little number on the map that tells you like your percentage of your completion percentage. Like,
oh, I haven't paid attention to that either.
Like that one, like it's just like 23% or something. Because there's just so much crap I have to find in shrines and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I don't really like play as like in as nearly as long of spells as I used to now. Now it's just kind of like I'm gonna go do this thing for a few minutes. Okay, now I'm done.
Yeah, and what I've been doing is like I'll play for like a half hour and then I'll get up and I'll do something and then come back like an hour later to play for like a half hour.
Right.
So.
Anywho. Now that we're done with that, we're going to talk... This is a very Nintendo-heavy episode this week.
It's Ryan's fault.
Yep.
Kind of my fault, too.
I'm blaming Ryan, okay? That's the shtick.
Okay. Ryan, you suck. Even because of my topic. So, this week it will be waxing Nintendo again. The NES Mini has discontinued production in the US.
Bum, bum, bum.
Yeah, so that thing that was really hard to find over the holiday season, and Ryan got 2.
Fucker.
Well, no, I got 1 and a Famicom Mini.
Yeah, you got 2.
Okay, yeah, it's 2 then. Well, but you're keeping one of them because I don't have the room for it.
That's true.
But it's a mini.
So it was really hard to find over holiday season, and Nintendo was like, yeah, sure, we're going to make more.
Not.
Yeah, that didn't happen. And now they're just kind of like, at least in the US, they're like officially being all like, well, this is done. And a lot of people are thinking it has something to do with maybe Nintendo announcing a virtual console for the Switch soon, and they don't want to compete with themselves or whatever. But I've seen stuff to the contrary about that as well, being all like, well, there's no way you can hook your NES Mini up online and download more games, at least not in the legal sense, where with the Switch, like the virtual console is like a store service. So,
well, basically, Nintendo hates money.
But they love money. They love money, but they hate money.
Yep.
They're like, man, we've made back a lot of money that we lost over the past several years by selling this Switch thing and these Zeldos.
Zordos.
Let's we need to balance this back out. Oh, there was another one. There was another little thing I saw. It was just kind of I think it was from like a parody PlayStation account. And it was all like, Nintendo has ceased production on the NES Mini because they've decided they can make a killing by selling the remaining units on eBay.
Yeah, I could see that. I mean, I know that one of the guys that I work with, he was asking me all these questions about the Mini and where to find one. I was like, dude, fuck, I don't know. We didn't get lucky at all. And, we talked about the fact that, Nintendo made all these units, supposedly, but then everyone got screwed. And now seemingly everyone's being screwed again. And son of a bitch, just a couple months ago, I go into work and he walks up and he goes, holy shit, you won't believe this. I walked into Target with my girlfriend and they had one just sitting on the fucking shelf for $30. I bought that fucker. And I'm just like, how did you... Wow. I was really blown away by that notion. But he just him and his girlfriend just happened to go to the grocery store. They shop at Target. It's real close to their house. And he's just the kids weren't with them. And they're just picking up groceries. And they happen to be checking out some other things because she wanted to look at clothes. And he kind of wandered off. And there it was. Like a big fucking magical unicorn.
That's kind of what happened with me getting the Wii. Only a couple months after it came out.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, that is kind of a magical unicorn moment, and I don't know. At this point, anybody who's looking to get an NES Mini, if you haven't already just gotten a Raspberry Pi and a 3D printed shell for it, just go ahead and do that because Nintendo doesn't want your money anyway. Well, they kind of do, but they don't.
But only for certain things.
Only for certain things, like ROMs you can get on the internet for free. Which brings me into my next thing. We're going to do this a little bit out of order, but it seems like it's kind of fitting. I saw a thing today from Did You Know Gaming. They've gone back to doing their little images that you can retweet that have just little factoids about games. And there was one being all that there's evidence that the version of Super Mario Brothers you can get on the Virtual Console, the Wii Virtual Console, is one that they downloaded from the internet the same way anybody would pirate it. And then they put it on their service to sell back to you.
No way.
This kind of sounds like that thing where Fox ended up ripping someone's YouTube video involving Family Guy, and then they used it on their show and then turned around and flagged his video for copyright infringement.
Oh yeah, that was for a Nintendo playthrough or something.
No. I'm talking about Fox with some joke somebody made involving Family Guy and a basketball game, I think.
Oh no, I think on like Family Guy. Well, I don't really watch it, but
Well, neither do I.
well, I think like Peter Griffin was playing like Double Dribble or
Yeah.
and then like they got footage off some YouTuber's video, and then after that YouTuber got flagged because it was on.
Yeah,
Family
because
Guy.
Fox was the one who was all like, "Oh, see, he's using our stuff," and then it was like, "But what? Wait, no, you did it backwards."
Yeah.
And what led people to believe this was you had some people who were digging around in the ROM file for the Wii Virtual Console version of Super Mario Brothers, and they had found a header that was put in the ROM. So a little bit of explanation. So NES games, when you rip them from their cartridge onto the computer, in order to get them to play on an emulator, they need to be put in a format called .NES. .NES was something created, I believe, back in the 90s in order to have the ROMs recognized.
Back in the 90s. Sorry. My bad. I just wanted to do that.
Right, no. Now I'm thinking about BoJack Horseman instead of Nintendo.
.NES.
Yeah,
in the
.NES. Yeah, and so you had to create kind of a file header inside the code of the ROM for it to be able to be read by the emulator, and it's just kind of become standard sense. And it's not code that is found within the actual legit NES game. Mm-hmm. And when people were digging around in the ROMs for Super Mario Brothers that you could buy off the Virtual Console for $5, they found the .NES header. Mm-hmm. As well as some other things, which pretty much, when I looked at the source for the Did You Know Gaming image, it led back to a video that's on Eurogamer that was published back in January that explains this whole thing. But yeah, Nintendo is essentially, which they have a really hard stance against piracy. Nintendo went online, downloaded a pirate copy of its own game, and then put it on their service
for people to buy.
And play on the Wii. As opposed to, Nintendo, who owns the game and all of the code and all of the imagery and all of the everything for it, ripping the title into its emulator and selling it to you. So
that would have somehow involved more work or something. I don't know.
But it's just really interesting that they're just kind of like, we hate piracy. Anyway, let's go to Cool ROMs and download all these things so we can put them on next week's Virtual Console listing.
Well, I don't think it's a shock, really. I mean, people are against a lot of things unless it's suddenly them that it's affecting. I mean, people can be against, piracy. People can be against, downloading music that they haven't purchased unless, suddenly it's them that's doing the ripping and the downloading.
But yeah, so it's just really interesting. And some people, they're like, wow, that's super hypocritical of Nintendo and all this stuff. And it's just like...
They're a corporation. You're shocked? Oh, no!
I mean, it is their intellectual property. Like, if it was one of those things, like, say, I had published a comic book and somebody...
You wouldn't download a comic book.
and somebody posted up scans to it on a comic book scans website. And then, me turning around and being like, oh, yeah, I wrote a comic once. See, look. And, I show them a picture from the Scans website.
It's, the typical idea of, I made this. Oh, this is neat. And that person walks away. And that other person's all like, I made this. Yeah, that's what it is.
Yeah. It's just a really funny little fact to me.
I guess Nintendo was just too lazy to go into their archives and just rip the ROM themselves.
Right. All they had to do was they saw it online and they said, "Oh, download. Oh, let's put that here onto our Virtual Console," instead of having to click a button here, go to this file here, start up this program here to port it over. Nope, all I had to do was press a download button and install it. That was it. That's less work somehow.
It makes me wonder if any of their emulator source code is stolen from other emulators.
I wouldn't be surprised if they reverse engineered emulator software.
I mean, that's what the Retron 5 did. You can find code in there that's from other emulators, exactly. Yeah. And people were kind of mad at Retron for a while because...
Yeah, how dare they? Because I highly doubt all those other emulators haven't done any of that sort of shit.
Right. Well, they were selling this machine with all the emulators built onto
Fair
it
enough.
already. Where, like, this stuff was, like, you know, these emulators were free and whatnot. And it was more along the lines of, like, people not being credited for it.
Yeah.
You know, as opposed to, you know, anything else. But just because they were making money off it. Now, it was just like, here's the Retron 5. You get one, and you get one. And we're just burning through money here. And everybody gets a Retron 5 for free. I doubt anybody would have been nearly as mad about it.
Right.
So.
Okay, so it's like Nintendo just like... So like they take someone's footage off like a Let's Play and then they sell that on their like DVDs or something. I don't know.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
It's pretty much like, I don't know. We walked into Nintendo up in Washington, like copied Super Mario Brothers onto our phones,
Yeah.
and then like they came over to like here, like while we're recording, and they just kind of like pulled it off of our phones and then started selling it to people.
Yeah.
Like that's just kind of
That's probably what they did.
yeah, just whatever. But I thought it was a nice thing to kind of go back into the NES Mini production and all that stuff. Maybe we'll see more of that if we look at other ROMs and whatnot, or people who know how to do that do anyway. I'm not going to do any of that. I'll wait till you guys post a video about it, and then I'll watch it and be like, ooh, neat. Moving on, we will, still going out of order from our list, I'll keep it with Nintendo, just so it all kind of works. And so we've talked about NES Mini, we've talked about ROMs on the Virtual Console, and now we're going back into that Nintendo Mini territory with a possible Switch Mini coming in the next fiscal year. Someone tell me about that, because I didn't read this one.
Well, basically, the idea is that this is supposed to be a portable device. However, as Ryan has stated, and everyone else in the world has noticed, is that the Switch being portable is great. However, it's a little too large for portability. And, you know, you get it in your case and everything, but then where do you put the case? You can't just put it in your pocket or put it in your, your laptop bag or whatever, like you would with, say, the 3DS.
Yeah.
And another concern is the fact that, which I've noticed recently in watching commercials, is that they're actually showing children in the commercials now playing games with friends. And the first one I saw was a brother and sister sitting in the back of a car, and they both had a Switch, which made me laugh because who the fuck is going to buy two consoles for their two children that are the exact fucking same? Like, no one's gonna spend $600 fucking dollars for each child to have their own Nintendo machine. Like, there's no fucking way. It's just not gonna happen. Unless they're
rich.
stupid fucking rich, and fuck those guys.
What did you do with the Ferrari? I burnt it and then I drove it in the lake.
That's fine. We'll
Well, I
just
guess
replace
we're just
it.
gonna have to get a new lake then.
That was good. That was good. In the most recent commercials for the Switch, they now are showing children, and this article mentioned specifically the fact that small children are going to have an issue playing this device on the go because of its size and weight. Meaning, you know, that because they have tiny little arms and hands and weak little muscles because they're 4, they're not going to be able to play this machine very well while on the go. Now, I'm kind of, like, that whole notion doesn't seem like it would work out very well. The idea of, like, oh, they won't be able to hold it. Well, that's the point of the fucking Joy-Cons. You take them off the screen and you just hold the remotes. Like, you don't have to have the controllers attached to the screen. Like, you got a kid in a car, I don't know, put a tray in there so the kid can just, like, set it on the tray, tape it to your fucking back of your seat. I don't know. Something. I'm sure something would be figured out fairly easy. I mean, how many people have those screen holders for tablets and shit? I mean, they're probably not the right size, but I'm sure somebody will eventually end up making something where you could just, like, stick the screen into a holder in the back of the seat.
And how many kids, you know, like, sit around and play on, like, their parents' like iPad or something like that? Like,
Yeah.
there was like when we were visiting, you know, family back in December, you know, we were at my dad's house, and you know, my nephew's sitting there, and like he's all like, well, this isn't an iPad, but here you can play on this tablet, and like he was just cool with it.
Yeah.
You know, Like, and the tablet's bigger than the Switch. You know, and he's
Yeah, but tablets don't necessarily weigh more than the Switch. The Switch has a little bit more weight to it.
Oh, yeah, like, because I was at Target over the weekend, and, like, I saw a whole bunch of kids sitting in their carts with their parents, and, like, they're just playing on their tablets.
Yeah.
And iPads. And
now, I will say that the other fear is, if a kid drops a Switch, that would cause, I'm sure, more damage than what dropping an iPad would because of things like the removable Joy-Cons. But yeah, it seems like the biggest drive for the idea of making a Switch Mini is for the little childlens and to make it a little bit more portable.
Now, is there any evidence that this is coming, or is this something that some guy's just like, hey, this is a thing?
it's like rumored for the next fiscal year.
Yeah, it just seems to be like this might be a thing, guys.
It's not 100% confirmed, but I wouldn't be surprised if they actually do it because like they made like the 2DS and then they made a smaller version of the 3DS already, and like they've done this with all their portable systems.
Well, I feel like this is kind of going along the normal route that we've had with electronics that have screens in general. Like you get cell phones and then you get smartphones, and the trend with the cell phones was to get smaller.
And then the iPhone came,
and then it did just keep getting bigger for the purpose of screens, which we can thank porn for that. And and then and then we also have it with the iPads. Holy shit, there's a lady who comes into the restaurant all the time, and her iPad is like 1.5 feet long. It's huge.
She's got like the Pro or something.
Yeah, she's got like the fucking Pro.
iPad
It's
Pro.
Fucking gigantic. And it's like, what is the point? And how do you carry that around? She carries it around in an actual laptop bag. Like, fuck, lady, really? And I'm sure other people just carry them in their gigantic tote purses where they store 6 of their dogs.
I remember seeing that giant iPad when it first came out. It was first on display at Best Buy when I still worked there, and it was just a novelty going over there and just having this screen being half the size of a television.
Right, yeah. It's almost like when I saw the iPad Pro for the first time, it made me think of a teacher I had in high school who was obsessed with just random things that were giant. Like he had these gigantic thumbtacks that were 2 feet long. He had this huge 3 foot tall Zippo lighter that worked.
Wow.
He was just obsessed with that sort of shit. And that whenever I see stuff, especially electronics like that, it makes me think of him. So yeah, but that's the reason, is because it's a bit large, a little too hard to make portable, and it's also because the chidlins, it's too difficult for them to carry around when it comes to portability. Yeah, it definitely seems like, I don't know, it's kind of like they're backpedaling in terms of, oh, check out this cool Switch and whatever, and yeah, it's for adults and young adults and people who have jobs and monies and lives, and not those darn kids that are parasitic and
solving crimes and hanging around with a talking dog and a van.
Oh yeah. Well, I wouldn't call you Fred, and I wouldn't call you Shaggy. Velma? No.
Maybe.
We need to get you in a red skirt for that. See if that's
just red shorts.
Just red shorts.
Right, Scooby? You're Scooby.
Ryan, you're Scooby.
Well, no, I think Josh did the better Scooby voice.
Oh, are you?
Am I Scooby?
I don't know. Are you Scooby?
I just figured in general I'd be.
You do smoke the doobies.
I would be a Shaggy, but I guess I can rut-row. Okay. Rut-row! It's a little bit. So, anywho, moving on. We're finally going to talk about something that's not Nintendo, but probably Nintendo inspired. This is all Ryan's fault.
Yep.
Blame him entirely.
So who here knows Mario Maker?
Me. I haven't played it in a while, though.
I haven't played it at all.
I don't have it.
It's so popular that there's actually a 3DS version now. So you could have it if you wanted to.
Well,
I have the Wii U
we at
version.
least know that Joe probably has 12 of them.
Probably.
Yep.
Actually, he probably was making his own Mario stages out of cardboard boxes and stuff like that in his apartment, long before there was ever even a ROM hacking scene for it.
Oh my god!
You know what one of my kid wishes was? No, if I could have a lot of boxes, that way I could make my own box maze within the house.
A box maze.
So like
Alright.
basically Mario Maker is like Joe's room simulator.
Yeah, pretty much.
Joe's Room Simulator.
Right? So, the popularity of that has caused Bandai Namco to file trademark for something called Pac-Man Maker.
Ooh, Pac-Man Maker.
So, now I know there is a friend of ours who used to work at a certain gaming company who is totally into Pac-Man, who is probably super excited about the fact that this exists. And so, who here read the Pac-Man Maker?
I didn't have the chance.
I did.
I didn't know about it until right now.
Yeah.
All right, so Ryan, tell us what they know about Pac-Man Maker so far.
Right now, all they just have done is they actually filed a trademark for it.
That's it.
And that's it.
That's it.
That's
That's
the
it.
entire...
But I'm pretty sure, yes, we are having an awesome Pac-Man Maker game where we get to be assholes and make asshole levels.
Which,
Well, yeah, that's kind of the point of things like Mario Maker and whatnot.
well, I mean, then there's also like the super easy levels. But I can't think of a Pac-Man thing where it'd just be like, you just make a level where you just set the controller down and, you know, it just completes itself. Unless there's like no turns whatsoever or something.
Well,
like
yeah,
that.
they have a lot of those in Mario Maker, just like, you know, like just begin the level and then Mario will automatically complete the level while he's bouncing off turtle shells automatically and over spikes.
Right? I wonder if they'll bring any of the power-ups from Pac-Man 256
Oh, that would be awesome.
into Pac-Man Maker.
That would be great.
Yeah, I'm
because
pretty sure they
Pac-Man
might.
256 is so much fucking
Yeah.
fun.
Yeah, it was. Like, we played that for YouTube once, and
Yep.
it was amazing. And I've played it a few times since then, even.
As of high.
And yeah, like it'd be cool to have like those power-ups. I can imagine there being like different like skins and stuff like that, just like Pac-Man 256. The levels, though, like, man, we're probably going to see some total asshole levels.
Oh,
like, it's
yeah.
just kind of all
Yeah,
like,
like every power pellet's
There's,
a ghost.
I guarantee you there's going to be like ghosts that are just eyeballs and you don't even notice them.
probably. I could also imagine like, all right, we're going to put 5 red ghosts in this level and no other type of ghost. So they all just chase you directly. Because, you know, the red ghost is the only one that actually chases you. And the other
Really?
ones, yeah. And the other ones, they just kind of follow the red ghost around. So in trying to get to them, they could kind of get in the way of what you're doing. So, but the red one is the only one that actually chases you.
Right.
So,
Yeah, I'm definitely interested in getting this game so I can make some crazy ass levels.
yeah, I am too. I mean, it's actually got to come to a console that I own, though. I never owned a Wii U. So, and then the 3DS...
Well, it's definitely not going to come out on the Wii U since the Wii U's dead.
Right. But I mean, like, in reference to, like, Super Mario Maker, like,
Yeah.
there's no Switch version of that. So,
Oh, yeah.
there is a 3DS version, and I have a 3DS, but, like, I wanted to... I don't know. I was more about, like, the full experience, you know, sort of thing.
I'm pretty sure it'll also come out on the Switch and the PS4.
Yeah. What? Mario Maker?
No, Pac-Man Maker.
Oh, okay. Mario Maker on PS4. It's just kind of like, wait, what?
It's like Nintendo's finally given up the console race.
Right? No, it's just... They just... No,
We're
Mario
going third
Maker...
party.
But Mario Maker is never coming to PlayStation 4. They just, like, I don't know, give Mario a goatee and call it, like, Marion Maker or something like that. And just put it on-
Marion Maker?
Yeah. It's just the same game otherwise. Some dude named Marion.
Why not? I mean, I had a stepbrother whose name was Lindsay.
Right? And there's that one kid from Home Movies whose name was Shannon.
Shannon.
Right?
Sasha. I've known a male Sasha.
Hmm.
There is the whole, like, you know, a boy named Sue song.
That's true. Also, a boy named Goo.
A boy named Goo.
Yes.
Okay.
But I think we're getting way off topic here because we've ran out of topics because the time for the podcast is ending. Anyway, this has been Waxing Pixels. It's on Battle Geek Plus. Comes out on Thursdays. We also have other shows for Battle Geek Plus. Ryan, what are they? When do they come out?
So we do Battle Geek Plus Arcade Edition, where we go to actual arcades and play games. And we are going back this weekend to the Arcade 2084 in Anaheim, California. So hopefully we get to record some more fun episodes, because hopefully they've added a lot more games since the last time we've been there, since they were closed for like about 2 months.
Right.
And also we have awesome video game memories where we review games and we talk about our personal memories about games. Last week we did a crossover with the Nostalgia Critic that went over really well, so maybe hopefully next year we can do another one like that again. But expect, more awesome video game memory episodes every Sunday. And also, my brain froze. Yeah, that should be it.
All right, awesome. So we have all those shows that you can check out on Battle Geek Plus also. So be sure to do that. More episodes of Battle Geek Plus Arcade Edition will be on the way soon. And anything else anybody got to say before I cut this off?
Oh yeah, we also have a Twitch channel, twitch.tv/BattleGeekPlus. You can watch us play games there. Hopefully we'll play a game, like Verizon Zero Bars one of these days.
I like that a lot.
Verizon Zero
Bars.
Because I feel bad for that game since it's a great game, but for some reason after Zelda, it's hard to play it again.
Yeah.
Again, I have, a backlog of games, and
me too.
I'll get back around to it eventually because I never did.
I'm trying, damn it, I'm trying.
Because the world just first opened up to me right when Zelda came out, and it was like, But anyway. That's all we have then for this week. We will see you next week for more podcastiness. My name is Josh. And everyone say bye. Heather?
Bye.
Ryan?
Later.
Frank?
Goodbye.